The topic today is it human nature or the trick of defilement? A lot of things that we have done since we were born, and we get used to that. And we think that, oh, it's a human nature, because we keep doing that until it's our habit. So nobody tells us it's the trick of defilement. Let's look at that. My name is Mang Chayanon. Okay, let's look at that. You know, when greed, anger, jealousy, and rationality arise, we tend to claim that it is a human nature, because this kind of thing we have been taught since we were born that, okay, we must do this, do that. So we considered greed, anger, jealousy, ignorance is a kind of human nature. We're born with that, or something like that. So if we have this kind of idea, we can see what behind these things. Because throughout our lives, we have been taught that we must maintain our human rights. Somebody hurt us, we say, I have the right to be angry. I have the right over my property, so I will give it away or not. It's my right. And if somebody do something, better than what we do, we get jealous. So try to do something, pick on people. And we claim that, oh, that's my right to have that. I have my pride. I have my arrogance. So I have the right to do that. But we have never analyzed who has been behind such teaching. Because we have been taught that since we were born, and many generations, it has been many generations teaching this kind of idea all the time. In the end, we consider that it's a human right. Everybody have that kind of habits and belief. And when we consider something, there always be the opposite side of idea. And when you talk about that, someone will say, I was right, but you were wrong. And you also say, I was right, but you were wrong. And I am right, you are wrong. You know, there is no thin line to draw between the right or wrong, because the right of one side would consider wrong on the other side of people. In the same way, one side, one right of this side will be considered wrong in the other side. Just like this, you know, the defilement and the good one, the good virtual friend, good friend, try to persuade, try to convince you this is good, this is bad, and they claim that each side will be correct, the other side is wrong. So where is the line drawing between right and wrong? Because right and wrong notion is hard to find the line between it. In fact, human nature is neither good nor bad, but our minds are driven by the defilement to do bad things. You know, on the other hand, we rarely have anyone to drive us to do good. Because the defilement work all the time. Inject the evil thought to your mind all the time. But from your good friend, from your virtual friend, or someone who wish good thing for you, it's quite very rare. Once in a while, somebody will do on behalf of that. Because our mind is like water that always flow to a lower place and transform itself to conform with its containment. If you pour the water into a cup, the shape of the water in the cup. If you pour water in the bottle, the shape of water will be like that bottle. And because the river, the water will flow to a lower place. The river, the water in the river flow to a lower place, to the sea. So if we try to stop that, or in order to make river flow upstream, It takes a lot more effort. Our original mind was pure and neutral. Our original, very original mind. But lifetime by lifetime, it disturbed by the defilement, the trick of defilement. It has been plagued with physical sufferings, physical sufferings, hunger, fear, and ignorance, lifetime by lifetime, even in the same lifetime. Those suffering, those hunger, fear, and ignorance will pull you down to do evil thing according to the trick of defilement, that sending those ideas, those thoughts to your mind. Defilement tend to influence us to think negatively and to rejoice in those negative thoughts. Not only think negatively, but make us feel rejoice in those negative thoughts. Whatever we do negatively, they will send the second trick or the third trick to make you feel good, to make you feel proud of yourself, to make you feel that you feel rejoicing in those negative thoughts. Once in a while, there will be good thing or good people to help as a good friend, to recommend and to guide us once in a while. But defilements work all the time without a break. It works all the time, constantly tempting us to think negatively. You know, the tricks of defilement is a lot more. There are many kinds of tricks of defilement, sending to people all the time. And, you know, the more you receive the negative thoughts for a while, you will feel that, okay, it's human nature. And feel nothing with the thought, the negative thought. So defilement, therefore, take advantage of this opportunity to make people obsessed with right and wrong notion to escape from other virtue. We have a lot of virtue, of good thing, but defilement take this opportunity to make people obsessed with right or wrong notion. We will claim our right without think about what do we get from that claim. So think about right and wrong notion. You know, it's one right will be will say that the other side is wrong. When you take this side, you will say that the other side is wrong. People tend to think that they are right, and the opposite idea is wrong. To escape from other virtue. What kind of other virtue? Other virtues like a loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, giving without expecting anything in return, forgive to forget, not create the anger or revenge. And observing precept is good thing, not to kill, not to steal, not to do adultery, not to tell lie, not to consume alcohol or drugs. And practicing meditation. That's the profound one is in practicing meditation. Practicing meditation is not it's not belong to any belief or religion. Practicing meditation is something that neutral that everyone can do and everyone should do that to make your mind still and to regain the power of your mind. It's quite profound one. So repeat it again. Loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, giving without expecting anything in return, forgiving to forget, not to create anger, revenge, observing precept to avoid some bad thing, negativity, and eventually practicing meditation to regain the power of your mind. Okay, that's it for the day.